Welcome to the World of Ability. This is a program that is our flagship program for World of Ability Podcast Network. I'm going to put right in there right away. If you haven't subscribed yet, do that because we have content coming out all week long. We've got lots and lots of wonderful hosts that join us all week with some amazing programming. And on Saturdays from 1 to 3 Central, we have this open house style program that we do that is bringing some of the most amazing people together. That magic happens here. It is truly a world of ability and possibilities, and we are excited to bring to you some, oh my gosh, you're not going to believe what's all going to happen today. We've got great people joining us, and I'm going to just dive right in here because our first person up is someone that I just got to know recently here. Had her as a guest on our radio show not all that long ago. We've got Donna Riccardo joining us. And Donna she's a naturally introverted person that once was so terrified of people that she couldn't even look someone in the eye and talk to them at the same time. She likes to say it was divine intervention that led her to speak because there was no earthly reason that she would have ever done that. She dealt with and overcame her fear to become a seminar leader for one of the top personal growth and development companies in the world. She's a trained NLP practitioner. That's a neuro-linguistic programming practitioner. And she's a 14-year veteran of Toastmasters, which is an organization known for public speaking clubs. And she has earned the highest award of Distinguished Toastmaster. She's an active member of the National Speakers Association, and also Donna's a best-selling author. Her book, Public Speaking for Entrepreneurs, How to Show Up, Speak Up, and Get What You Want for Your Business and Your Life. She's been speaking, coaching, and training for over 30 years, and she offers speaker training, coaching, and programs through her company, Red Stiletto, Get to the Point. Help me in welcoming Donna to the program today. How are you? I'm so glad you're here.
I'm glad to see you again so soon. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So this is, oh my gosh, all the things that you have going on. There's so many pieces of what you have as your background, and I totally feel like I would just relate to right away because as being a naturally introverted person and kind of flipping that switch and getting to where you're out and basically putting yourself out there, being able to speak to people. You've got a very interesting story. I wonder if you want to go ahead and dive in a little bit and share a bit of your history with us.
Well, you just let me know. What would you like me to share since you've heard enough different things?
So, well, I know there was a story that you had shared with me about how I think it was maybe the first time that you were going to be up in front of people giving some instruction with what you were doing. You want to tell that story and how somebody else had to come in and grab that mic?
Sure. So in a past life, I was a hairdresser in a high-end world-renowned hair salon in New York City. And we were preparing to do a big hair show where we invite hairdressers from all over the country to come. And our salon was very known because we were in every major fashion magazine with the styling every month. We had famous people, rock stars, and supermodels come into our salon. And we even did the fall collections fashion week every year as well. So it's very high profile. And we had famous hairdressers from England and Scotland also coming to New York to join us for this 2-day show. So we were all asked to participate. And I didn't really know. I had never done anything like this, but I knew I wanted to because I wanted to teach. I wanted to make a difference. And here was the opportunity. I asked a couple people that I work with who did do that sort of thing. Well, what do I say? And they go, oh, you just talk about what you're doing while you're doing it. And it was to be a haircut demonstration. So that made sense to me, although I still didn't know what I was going to say. And when the day of the show was there, I'm on stage with the owner and his brother, two big names in the fashion and beauty industry. And the owner introduces me. His name is Marc. He introduces me, and I just panic. I freeze. I was terrified. I mumbled something, went silent. The people in the front row start calling out, "We can't hear! We can't hear!" And Marc, to his credit, he was a wonderful man. He graciously took the microphone from me and he said, "I'll speak for her. She has a soft voice." And since it was a demonstration and it was very technical and we'd all agreed how to do it, he talked his way through my haircut. And then it got worse. I don't think I told you this part, Sue. I
Oh,
had to take my beautiful model with her now beautiful new haircut off stage and style her hair, and I had to come back out.
oh
So
my goodness.
Marc is this tall, skinny guy, and I'm 5'3", right? So I'm tall, he's tall, and he says, "Do you want to say anything else?" And I can only think, I haven't said anything yet. And I'm like, "No." And so he talked about my finished look and wrapped it up, but that was just humiliating.
It's a hard experience when all of a sudden you find yourself at that moment, you're in front and it's like, uh, they talk stage fright. I mean, that's really, it's, you have that moment of, I don't know what to do. And you know what? It happens. I think there's a lot of people out there that can relate to that feeling of, what am I going to do now? But you took that and you flipped it around though. Tell us how that all progressed, that you went from that moment to here you are now, that this is your job, that you help others and you are an amazing speaker.
Thank you. And your sound is going out again, so I'm
Oh,
not
is it
sure.
really? I do
Yeah.
wonder if it is that I've got the restream kicked in here, that it's pulling, because you guys actually are quieter than usual for me too today. So I'm
Ah.
trying something different today, and maybe that wasn't my best choice, but you know what, live and learn. We got to keep trying. So, but yeah, you want to go ahead and tell the story? I'll go ahead
Yeah.
and flip off my other part so that we can hear better.
Yeah. Um, Yeah, well, I really had this very strong desire to teach. And in fact, I'd completed a 2-year apprenticeship at that salon. And, now I was a stylist, I'd gone to the next level. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I was looking for another challenge. Like, I'm in my mid-20s. Now what? And I'd walk around the city asking myself that. And one day I heard in my head, teach. And it was definitely an inspired moment because there was no one around, oddly, in the middle of Manhattan. And I thought, well, what do I teach? No other answers were coming. And it was so loud and so clear, not to be ignored or forgotten. I thought, I guess I'll teach what I have, which was hair cutting. And so it was just after that that this event happened. And from there, when I discovered I really couldn't teach, and somehow my mind didn't put together teaching and public speaking, because I didn't go to college, I didn't have exposure to any of that. And hairdressers, that's not the world of hairdressers. And I realized I needed to learn. And so I did. I went and joined a Toastmasters club, and I, just went on to, I got coaching and training. I did personal growth. I did spiritual growth. I did, all kinds of other things. And I did, somewhere in the first couple of years of that, did begin to go out and teach other hairdressers, which is what I wanted to start doing.
Excellent. So, and tell us about where you are now. Tell us a little bit about your company.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Fast forward, I did teach other hairdressers for, I don't know, on and off for quite a several number of years. And then I got involved in a personal development company, and I became a trainer. I was very involved with them for about 20 years. And so fast forward till about 7 years ago, when my body says, yeah, you can't stand behind that chair anymore. And the personal development company was 12-hour days, 6 days a week.
Whew.
Like, yeah, no, I'm not going back to doing that either. I don't want to do either one of these things. What do I have? Well, the thread through all of it was the public speaking. And so that was what I thought there was to do. And I'd had a conversation with a friend some years earlier, and it came to me in that conversation, red stiletto, get to the point. I'll go to networking events, and I'll show up in my high heels, and I'll work with women I wanted to start with in particular and help them with their speaking. Well, showing up at networking events in your high heels is not a marketing plan. But now I've had the business long enough that people, when I'm part of a big chamber of commerce, and very locally public, and people know me now. Sometimes people say, oh yeah, I saw the shoes, I knew that was you. And so it just became that, because there's virtually nothing that somebody would bring to me that I haven't dealt with or gone through, that I can't help them with in the world of speaking, or even and networking, which I say is a variation on speaking.
Mm-hmm. So if somebody is asking you about, how do I start networking? What does that involve? How do I do that? Where do I start? What kind of pointers can you give them for getting started
For networking.
for networking? Yeah.
Networking. Okay, well, first of all, actually, I have a whole little program I have about this, but first of all, they would need to figure out what kind of networking they want to do. They want small, more intimate, something that meets once a week, every other week, once a month. How often do they have, and what type of networking do they want to do? All women, there's a lot of that. Do they want it to be like more open, like a chamber of commerce? They have to figure out what kind of networking. Do they want a specialty group? There's all kinds of choices. They just have to figure out what is the crowd like. And then they have to look to see, have to match their time and their budget, of course. They have to be able, and this is huge, show up consistently, because networking is about relationships. They have to look and see if any given organization is aligned with their values and what's important to them. Is there, if they're vegan and you're going to the, the meat eaters networking group, not going to be a fit, right?
Right.
So they, make sure it's aligned, make sure that they're willing to get to know people and be willing to ask questions, that they're interested in the answer and listen to people, not run around handing out cards. So those are probably the main things.
Awesome. And those are great tips, because there's a lot of people that once you do networking events for a while, it just becomes kind of old hat. You know what to expect, you know kind of how it rolls. But sometimes I know even me, if I forget, somebody might be showing up and this is their first time ever they've done this. They don't know what to expect. They don't know what's going on. And we got to make them feel welcome too as they're coming in, and because it's kind of scary coming to a new group. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what's going to happen while I'm there, and different groups run differently. And so yeah, I note to facilitators out there who run groups to remember to bring people in gently and let them flourish in your space, because you know your space already. They're new, they need to learn what's going on, and be able to shine themselves.
Right,
And
right.
that sometimes it's easy to forget.
Right, because you're so used to being in it. I mean, along, going with what you're saying, is I'm an ambassador in a big chamber of commerce in my area here in South Denver. And that's actually my job. It's a volunteer job, but I mean, that's my job as an ambassador, to look for those new people and make them feel comfortable, introduce them to people that would be good for them to get to know. Yeah,
Perfect.
that's important. Online, it's a little different, but I've been in enough online networking things that most of them will have some sort of like they'll have the big group, and whatever they do, maybe they have a speaker, they all run a little differently. And then most of them will also have an opportunity to do a breakout room with just a handful of people. That's how I met Kurt.
And
We
that's
were in
beautiful.
speed networking, and we were in a little room of 4 or 5 people, and that's, yeah, each person gets to say a little bit more personal, put your contact information in there. And that's another version too, if online is your jam.
Yeah, because that's, oh gosh, way back, I'd say, I'm trying to think how long it has been since I've done some in-person networking. Because about 20 years ago, we did quite a bit. And it was great. But now in the last, I'd say 5, 6 years, we've done a ton just like this. This is what it looks like. We're in a Zoom room typically, and or similar. So there's different modes that different groups have, but Zoom one of the most common, I think. People are used to this, and it's nice. It's a little different. I think when people get started, it's a little challenging just because, I'm looking at my screen. It is a little different than sitting next to somebody, but
Yeah.
it's still super effective. The number of amazing people that we've met over the last few years just blows my mind. There's so many good people out there doing so many good things. So that's why I'm grateful you guys cross paths, because that's how it works.
Exactly, because and COVID, helped us in that regard, right? Because
Yeah.
it pushed like the whole world to virtual meetings and virtual networking and virtual almost everything, and some of it stuck. Like, we would have never met if wasn't for that.
Mhm. Agreed. Yeah, because I can even give an example of a local group that would meet. It was actually an ADRC group, so Aging Resource Aging and
Tired?
Develop. Oh my gosh, I don't even remember the whole acronym now. Kurt's gonna be probably giggling up there like, how does she not know? But it's a resource piece of our county. And it's for anyone who's aging or disabled or anything where you need the resource. that is a place you can go. And they would do, I believe, monthly meetings. And Kurt used to go to those. And he was the one that was saying, and predates COVID. He's like, we need to make this accessible for folks who can't physically get here. And nope, they weren't having it. Because there was a phone in the room. They could have turned it into a speakerphone kind of a scenario. And they're like, whoa, we can't. And magically, when COVID happened, suddenly they could do that. So it's one of those, hindsight kind of stories of people were so resistant to opening things up, and then all of a sudden they had to. It wasn't that hard, and it was a really good thing. So yeah, it's kind of funny how times change and how scenarios change, and we got to grow. People have to be open to growing. And I think in the world of speaking like this, that's a place where you got to get to that point in your life where it's like, I'm open to growing in this piece of I need to be better at presenting myself or my information, whatever is going on. There's what you offer with what you do with Red Stiletto is really practical for so many of us. So I'm going to ask one more quick question, then I'm going to start bringing some folks in here. What is the favorite for you? What is your favorite piece of what you do with your business? What do you enjoy the most?
I think, well, I love the networking, but we already talked about that. I really love it when somebody brings a speaking project that they have, like they have a conference talk they need to give in Sweden, or they're, I've had some very interesting, because they tend to be very varied, wildly varied, and interesting. I also had this young lady came, and she came to me, and she was going to be speaking to a group of people who had lost people in their lives to suicide. And she was I never heard of this. She was an evidential medium. And apparently she did this rigorous training to prove that she was really contacting the deceased people. And so
Wow.
it was pretty intense. And she wasn't like weird or flaky or any of that. And she was the keynote speaker for this conference for this group of people. And so that was really interesting. So just when people come to me with something that they have on their plate to, to get help with, refining it with their slides, how to make it make sense, have it land on their audience, have it, to tell the stories. So, yeah.
Excellent. Oh, love it. I know we could keep on going. We've got several people joining us here. I'm going to go ahead and start bringing folks in so they can join the conversation. Marc Isaac Potter is a great friend. I'm going to go ahead and have him join us. How you doing today, Marc?
Oh, let me see. I'm probably alive.
Probably, as far as we
I'm
can tell.
hoping. I'll have to tell you that joke sometime. An old guy like me gets a date. A date with a lady, and he goes out with her. They have a nice dinner, and his friend asks him next day, well, how did it go after dinner? And I should have said the woman's name. Her name is lovely. Her name was Hope. Red hair and just a very good, nice lady. So his friend says the next day at work, well, how did it go with Hope? And I said, well, after dinner, I spent the night hoping against hope.
Hmm.
Lots of stuff on the internet nowadays, lots of jokes on TikTok, and a lot of dad jokes out there. But it's been kind of a rough week. My health has gone down earlier in the week, but then up a little bit toward the end of the week. So there is a little bit of quote unquote hope.
Good.
Been working on my short stories and my memoirs and my poetry. So I got a poetry submission sent out this week.
Excellent.
And next couple of weeks, I hope to do a show with Santa Papa John.
Oh, he's a great guy. That'll be
Been
fun.
in touch with him this week by email, and of course we do a show about once a month with Rob Ralston. You know him
Hmm,
probably.
I do not actually.
He's he works with autistic children, autistic adults. I think you guys do know him. He's a special needs coach for
Hmm,
special needs families out of the greater Cincinnati area.
okay.
He's a friend of Mary Stanley's.
And you're
Don't
saying
tell me
names
you
that
don't
of people I
remember.
should know. I know I've heard the name.
She knows half of New Zealand there. The Roskopfs or anyway. So that's most of my week. And then I wanted to mention a concept that most of the world has never heard of, since I'm only on for a few minutes each week. There's a concept in literature called absurdism,
Hmm.
and it's a literary tradition. It was started many couple hundred years ago by a philosopher, even before Kierkegaard, but it was it was given a boost by a Russian man in the 1900s, early 1900s, who has been someone I've admired, named Neil Carnes. And I kind of believe that, I know I'm being more serious today, throwing you guys off. I kind of believe that the arts help bring together the citizens of different countries who oftentimes I know the governments are fighting, but people of the different countries try to get along. And I think poetry and sculpting and photography and ballet can do that,
Hmm.
can help bring us closer. So been
I would.
working, of course, on my videos, and people are always welcome to get in touch with me and do a show. We have slots for 36 shows a week, so I've never filled all those slots anytime in
A
the
bunch.
past. And we've got about 1,700 shows on our channel, so we're doing
Excellent.
pretty good. Well, I just love you guys. I'll let Donna tell more. Go ahead, Donna.
Tell more what? I think I'll give it
Well,
back to
you
Sue
know,
who
whatever
wants
you
to
were talking
react.
about, I don't want to interrupt.
Oh, it's all good. Actually, Donna, why don't you just do a little brief of what it is you do? I know I've got a couple more people that are joining in. I'll go ahead and bring them into the conversation too here. But Donna, you want to just do a quick little overview of what you do?
Recap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mainly I have a public speaking company. It's called Red Stiletto-Get to the Point. It was an inspired moment. And it seemed to fit and it seems to stick and people remember it. So that's kind of
Yes.
fun. And I work with people on their public speaking, whether it's an entrepreneur that wants to have a signature talk and get out there and use it as a marketing piece to attract business, or
Mm,
whether speaking to teach people about what they need to put in their talks, or whether it's one-to-one on something they want to work with. And I really love working with people that want to get started, because when I wanted to get started, there wasn't really anywhere to go to get those pieces. And it's not difficult, but you need certain things if you're going to get started speaking that the people bringing you to speak are going to want from you. So you need to be prepared with those things. And so I work with mostly entrepreneurs, but I've also certainly done some corporate trainings. I just got done working with a couple of nonprofits so that because their whole thing, that's all heart stuff, right? And telling their stories and telling the stories about their clients, people they've helped. And so that was really, I really enjoyed that too, the group training. So that's mostly what I do. And also I do a little bit of training on networking as well, because I'd say networking is one-to-one public speaking or one to a small group public speaking. So you don't want to just ramble at people, and have certainly had that happen.
Well, Donna, you're always welcome to be on the show. My email's right there on the screen. And I'm not as good at speaking as you are, but I was in Toastmasters for 10, 12 years and did about 500 presentations with, with all that stuff we do in Toastmasters. So anyway, let someone else talk for a minute. I'm getting tired.
All good. Well, I know I've got Robert in the background here I think he had a question he might want to ask. Or Robert, why don't you come on in and introduce yourself?
Well, hello, everybody. My name is Robert Petrozello. I am from the great state of Ohio, where it's very cold here right now.
Oh, yeah.
And it's cold around the country, as we all know. So,
Robert, I'm from Vermilion.
And I heard you talk about someone that that lives in Columbus, right? Or Cincinnati, you said, right?
No, I'm from Vermilion. My uncle lived in Columbus.
Okay.
For many years, and my brother went to Ohio State. I went to Bowling Green.
Cool.
So, what part of the state are you in?
I'm near the Cleveland area.
Okay, well, I've had several people, real estate people, especially from Cleveland. Chris Frederick, Danielle Acosta, Tammy Frazier have all been on my show in the past. So everybody's pretty much welcome to be on the show. Just pay the $40 million fee, which,
Well, Marc, I have your phone number, and I will connect with you, okay?
Yeah, and I have some dementia, Robert, so be just a little bit persistent, if you would.
Okay.
Without being ugly about it,
For sure. I get you. And I'm sure you have my phone number, too, because I put a group chat with all the phone numbers talking about...
I think I forgot that yours is under the word Zorro, so that's why I haven't called.
I don't get that. I'm too young to understand that.
It's a joke. Well, you probably are.
39.
Zorro is a historical figure, a fictitious.
Okay.
Susan will explain it to you. She used to be married to Zorro.
Yep, I'm old enough.
I didn't mean it like that.
I know. When I think Zorro, all I can see in my head is somebody dressed all in black with a mask and the sword doing the Z into whatever you can put the Z into with his sword tip.
Who was that famous actor who did the movie version?
I don't know.
Antonio Banderas.
Oh, is that? Yes. That wasn't all that long ago.
No, it was
I mean, maybe 10 years or something.
Yeah,
it feels like it's not all that long ago.
Not centuries. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to cut out a little early. I'm tired, but
all good.
You
Glad
guys
you're here, Marc.
can always be in touch, okay?
All right.
Was that joke a little too blue for your show?
I think you're fine.
All right. Well, that'd be the first time in life if I was fine. Jesus. All right, kids. God bless you.
You're always welcome here. You know it.
Yeah, and by the way, we're doing a little side project where churches, synagogues, temples are allowed to get in touch with me and do free shows.
Oh, nice.
I
like
would
that.
rather they do missions, but they can do anything they want. But I just want to, my heart's been, Jesus has been slapping me up the side of the head saying, why don't you get on the stick and do a little more for churches? So we're
Very
hoping to
nice.
have one of the home churches and one of the Presbyterian churches on the show here the next few weeks.
So Mark,
All
where are
right,
you?
kids.
Mark, where are
See
you
you
located? Are you in Ohio?
Sir,
Are you in Ohio right now, or where are you
I'm
located?
doing the world.
Wow.
So if you're in Mesopotamia or Uzbekistan, it's all
No, I'm
good.
asking where you're located. Is what I'm saying. Like, where are you located?
I've been in California about 50 years, but I'm from Ohio. Lived there about 20 years.
Okay, cool.
In
Well,
Vermilion, which is a little resort town up on the lake.
we'll have to connect for sure if you don't mind. Like, I'll
No,
text you.
I don't mind. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
Sue knows that in the next 3 seconds, I won't even remember being on the show. So,
Oh, stop.
and
You don't give enough stuff. You don't give
emails
enough
better than the phone,
emails, better.
Robert.
Okay. Well, I'll text you, and you can send me your email through text.
Oh, my email's wrong up here. It's supposed to be, I'll fix it later. MIPC 441. Anyway,
right.
whatever.
I'll put it in
Also,
the chat so he's got it there.
Go
all
take
right,
a nap,
kids.
Mark.
All right,
Oh,
God
good.
bless you all.
You too. Thanks, Mark.
All right,
And Donna, I
bye-bye.
see that she did the research. I love this, that Antonio Banderas started in 2 Zorro movies back in 98 and in 2005. So yeah, it's a little further back than I'm remembering. Holy moly. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and bring in Marianne and
Well,
have her.
I didn't
Oh,
really. Yeah.
Go
I
ahead.
didn't. I'm sorry, Sue. So
Go ahead,
basically, yeah. So basically, I am involved in a couple things here. I'm involved in basically like now I'm like all frazzled. Basically like an Amazon platform where so there's these reality TV shows that I'm involved in. They're gonna have these products put onto a platform, and if you want to learn more if you want to sign up for this free platform, you can just go to shoppingisrewarding.com. I'll make it quick. Shoppingisrewarding.com, and you can just sign up for free there. They're doing a lot of great things there. And then you can also email me at connect with rmpetro at gmail.com. Once again, that's connect with rmpetro at gmail.com. Thank you. And I know we got to get other people on here, so I will stop talking. Thank you, Sue. I really appreciate you and everybody.
You're all good. Thanks for being here, Robert.
You're welcome.
And the one and only Marianne of Waikiki is joining us and has brought some friends today. So, Marianne, how are you? And if you would go ahead and introduce yourself and introduce your wonderful friends that are here.
Well, I'll put my hoodie on too because it is rainy here in San Carlos, Mexico. So talking about change and coming to a foreign country and making somewhat of a residence and making an impact worldwide. But we're doing it with you guys, so we can't thank you enough, the World of Ability, because of all the things that we've done, Zooming remotely or whatever. And I had the honor to meet Brian Williams. Brian Williams here, BWilly is his name, and his stage name. I go by Marianne of Waikiki. It's my book author name, my sign language name. And I wrote the Acts of Kindness series featuring 200 folk manus puppets, and they're written for animation movies with sign language characters. And all classroom teachers can get copies of the books from donorschoose.org. That's donorschoose.org. And we partner with Liam McLaughlin Clean Water Foundation, Seattle, Washington. And I won the Awesome Grant Foundation Award a year ago. And we gifted the Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind a water unit and copies of my books. And also a classroom teacher in Hawaii requested 50 books and she got funded in 2 weeks. So we want to multiply the acts of kindness for these books and the book trailers. So if you could play that a little bit later when we do the book so people really understand the vision and the mission, which it changes every day, like we all do in the weather. And so When I was in Hawaii, Lucy was singing at the Unity Church of Hawaii, and Suzanne Sims was the writer. And well, we've all relocated. And Lucy did crystal bowls, and it was just amazing and angelic and healing. And so we wrote a chapter called Healing Vibes, which we're going to be showcasing today, with going on with a story of Noah being recruited to tackle the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. And a couple of good news things is that Ocean Cleanup received the book, which we dedicated to Boynton Slat, and they're very excited to share it. And apparently they have, because I got a thing from Amazon that someone in the UK ordered a book. So moving forward around the world, making an impact. And this week also too, I contacted my United Healthcare agent because I'm going to be having some eyelid surgery down here in San Carlos, Mexico. And I've had dental, which is very affordable. And so I'm sharing that too with benefits to people to, check in your benefits and see what you have. And anyway, I was talking to one and she got disconnected. So I called back again. And well, the universe gave me a divine intervention because she's in San Antonio, Texas. And I said, and they always ask, who am I talking with? And I joke always, you're talking with the famous author, Marianne of Waikiki, like I'm really somebody, right? Not J.K. Rowling. But anyway, she starts laughing. And we go through my medical stuff. And so I told her about nonprofit TV with Dr. Anthony Sorelli, who is actually showcasing the books in Texas, Denny's restaurant. So what a dream to come true, to network through happy neighborhood projects throughout the world and making an impact. And so she was going to talk to her superiors about seeing if United Healthcare would be a sponsor. So, and she was just so excited to meet me. I mean, it was like, okay, and it's wonderful. And she said her sister's a teacher, and I gave her my information. And the website is www.actsofkindnessseries.com. And so for them to request books for their school and coloring books to learn the ASL finger spelling alphabet, which we'll be showcasing a little bit later today. So Cynthia is here. I just saw that. So I will probably take the role of sign language. I'll set that up right now. And but we have a really big presentation here because this past Tuesday, we found out about Brennan Williams here doing crystal bowls in San Carlos at the Colibri restaurant. And it is such amazing vibrational energy healing. And when I was interpreting for my deference, God, it's all about the vibration and different frequency healing. And I talk about that, solfeggio frequencies. And, I had a lot of chiropractic manipulation out in Hawaii after a car accident, and some of my hearing came back and misplaced energy. And, we're 90% water and love and hate. When we use those words and crystallization, that's how we feel in our emotions. And we got a lot of chaos out there now with people and social media, so we choose what we want to listen to and turn off other things that we can focus our mind, body, and spirit to be whole. And anyway, it was amazing. Brennan, he did a showcase. He came over to our tables and got to know me and the other lady friends. And we talked about my wrist that I've had problems with. And I had some laser hands removal spots on my hands just recently, and some frequencies to put in it, to some rose oil, and it felt a lot better. And talking about my eyelid surgery that's going to be coming up and different frequencies. So I'm really excited to do this one-on-one healing because everything changes, and we've changed, grow, different environments, and everything that we've gone through. So we're also going to do some healing work here. He's doing a sound bowl on the beach, San Francisco Beach down here in San Carlos on Sundays for the love offering of a 333, which is a healing significant number. And so I brought him over yesterday so I could share the story a little bit more about Happy Neighborhood Projects, how I met you guys, how we do the Zoom podcast, and how we bring speakers in, and how I met Cynthia. Now I'm signing for her. And I have a beautiful place with a pool. It's very it's very structured. I love it. And I think Zen, and it works good for me because I'm on the ground floor. And I actually have a chiropractor that comes over and works on me, and a massage therapist. So we're going to do a big healing, I think, on Sunday the 15th, a Super Soul Valentine's Soul party. My landlord's into it, and the neighbors. And I got the floaties to float on the pool, and yoga mats, and it's going to be dynamite. So I'm just jazzed for this new opportunity down here, and waves of emotions, and also to take them out on some catamarans to see what we can do to get the sea creatures and marine lives jumping and swimming in the ocean, feeling those high vibes. And it's expressed in my book. So the universe really just put it all together this week, and we're in this chapter, Healing Vibes, in the book Underwater Acts of Kindness. So I wanted to introduce BWilly. He can take it off. He's done sound productions. He came down here from Oregon on his personal healing journey. Joy is a journey of you. And take it away. Show us what you got, and then we'll roll over to the book a little bit later. Mahalo.
Well, thank you for that introduction, Marianne. Hi, everyone. My name's Brennan Williams, also known as BWilly the Healer. I took that stage name after I got my sound healing certification back in 2023. And much like Donna mentioned, where she said she was walking down the road of Manhattan and got a download, as I would call it, about the direction that her life should take. I used to be a corporate accountant. I was a CFO. I did corporate accounting for 15 plus years. And through divine intervention, my life has kind of shifted over the last decade. And music's become very important to me. I've been a music producer now since 2014. And part of music production, you really start to learn how music affects people emotionally and how much power you have as a musician to play with people's emotions. And that really intrigued me. And I continued to study that. And then I was at an event where I also received a download, as clear as you and I are talking right now, with no one around to say those words. And it was a very specific message. It said that I am meant to mix ancient sound healing frequencies and instruments with mainstream music production in an effort to bring sound healing to the world. And I'll never forget it. It's stuck in my head. And, I do walk by faith, not by sight. And so I have followed that. And here we are today. And that's what brought me down to Mexico recently. I was called down here, and I didn't fully understand it, but I was like, okay, if that's what we're doing, that's what we're doing. And I've only been here for about a month now, and already so many beautiful things have transpired. Very grateful to be here with you all today. Excuse me. You can find me very easily. The hashtag BWilly Sound Healing. I've been using that for years. I've been sharing all sorts of information about sound and frequency healing through content creation, trying to get people to better understand what it is, how long it's been around, how it helps us, try to demystify it a little bit. And so BWilly Sound Healing, you could Google that. That'll pop you up for anything with me. And then I also have my link tree where I have all of my links organized. And my link tree is also BWilly Sound Healing. So come check out the content when you get a chance. I do. I have an entertainment business that I release my content under, Prestige Worldwide Entertainment. And then I'm also a handyman and a construction guy, because as most people know, musicians don't always, they're sometimes struggling artists, right? So we have to learn other skills to pay the bills. And so, I have all my tools down here as well, and I love helping people beautify their homes. I especially work with seniors and people with needs that we can go in and make their space safe. And it's my handyman company is called Light Warrior Services. So that's what I'm out here in the world doing. And again, very grateful to be here today. Thank you, Marianne, and look forward to offering some of my sound healing frequencies to you and your listeners when we get to that point. So thank you.
Awesome. Oh, what a story. What a path you've taken here. Actually, well, and I see Robert has his hand up. So Robert, I'll pass it over to you next.
So real quick,
Mhm.
my
Yes, sir.
my dad had someone at our house a while ago, and they did. Are those the bowls where you like?
Yeah,
Wait,
so I have a small selection out today. I have my crystal singing bowls, which are tuned to 432 hertz, and they're all made out of excuse me, all made out of, well, my sound healing practice is Spatika sound healing, and Spatika in ancient Sanskrit is specific for these types of crystals. And so they're not just, a lot of people are like, oh, are they glass? Or no, they're actually crystal bowls. And then I
quartz,
have a set of
are they quartz?
Tibetan singing bowls back there too. And they produce different tones and undertones, but they all also produce healing frequencies. And so one of the things, because as a music producer, I'm not going to say an edge, but I just have a knowledge of a system that we can use to help people around the world. And I think that's why I was given this path and this mission. And so most recently, I've been starting to offer specialized frequency healing tracks. I'm sure, as most of you know, you can, go on Spotify or YouTube and look up 432 hertz or 528 hertz. And there's a lot of different tracks out there, right? And not to say that those aren't great, like because so much of what we do, it's all about you and your nervous system. So at the end of the day, if you listen to a piece of music and it helps ease your nervous system, then that's working for you, right? And that's the beautiful thing. But I have an opportunity now to use my knowledge to actually sit down with people. And there was a doctor named Raymond Rife, and this was back in the 30s and 40s, who actually created a frequency machine and was using it for frequency healing. Yeah, right. And so I use a lot of his research in terms of what specific frequencies to integrate into sound healing mixes. But then I also have the ability to integrate my live sound healing instruments, which I also have a crystal pyramid. I have a crystal harp, my medicine drum, gongs.
Can I ask the question I really wanted to ask you? So, are there these bowls that you like wave, put? How do I explain it? Like put the wand around the edge of the bowl and like go like that. Does it do that?
Yes.
Or
So exactly. So there's different methods that you can use to get.
My dad had some people at the house here, and they were doing that for me, and I had a really bad headache that one night, and everybody was in the one room, and everybody was quiet, and then they played those sounds for me, and I was just like, wow, my headache was gone. I mean, that stuff is just really incredible. So I just wanted to say that.
Thank you so much. It's crazy that it's ancient in the sense it's been around for thousands of years, but much like any of the knowledge that can actually help us truly heal, and not just mask symptoms, but they don't want that to necessarily be putting here. It's helping people remember we're all energetic beings. We're all vibrating at our own unique frequency. And when your energy centers are out of alignment, they're either overactive or underactive or blocked. Sound waves have been proven to have the ability to move energy. And you can see this through all types of modern day medical treatments, ultrasound, MRIs, CAT scans or frequencies. They use them in all different types of ways, but they just don't try and label them as that. And so people have probably experienced more frequency healing than they realize. But it's really amazing to just be a part of something that is ancient, but also feels new age at the same time,
For sure. Yep. Well, I just wanted to share that with you. All right, guys, I'm going to hop off here, I think. Great talk with you. Yes, for sure. And you guys all have a great day. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much, Sue, and everybody.
Thanks, Robert.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye, everybody.
So, well, do you want to give us a demo of what you do? Because I'm soaking this in. I don't know that much about what you do, and I'm learning. I love this.
Yeah, of course. And that's why I'm happy to be here and teach people. So again, as I was kind of mentioning about the energy centers, which, some people understand the term chakras. That's something that's, is representative of your energy centers. So they say we have 7 main energy centers, and all throughout history. They've been depicted in different ways, but they're all color coded in a sense too. It's the colors of the rainbow. It's just like 7 days of the week. Seven's a very important thing that runs through our lives and society. And so red is representative of your root chakra, which is your lowest chakra. It's where you feel your safety, your security, feeling grounded energetically. The next one is the orange, which is your sacral chakra, which is a lot of your creativity, your sexual energy. The third one over here is the yellow, which is your solar plexus chakra, which has to do a lot with it's basically the top of the 3 energy centers, with the heart being the divider. So you have your lower 3, your upper 3, and the heart is in between. And so the heart is representative of the green here. And as we know, the heart allows us to feel and express ourselves in love, right? And so a lot of people, most people walking around out there in the world are actually trapped energetically in their lower 3 energy centers. And society is kind of set up in a way where that's what they want, because it's easier to manipulate, to control, to deceive. And so when you're up and out through your crown, the next you're above that is your third eye chakra, which I think most people at this point understand. Your third eye, which is kind of the ability to see the things that are beyond this realm. And then the last one, hiding here behind my sign, is your crown chakra, and this is representative of your connection to source. And I'm really grateful that I know where where the divine intervention that came in where I'm from. I know that that I'm walking a blessed and a lit path, and I'm always loved, guided, and protected. And so I'm safe to kind of share this information, with the world now. But there was a lot of times, where people would look at this and they would think that it's something other than what it truly which is. And that is, there's the sound of creation, as they call it. There's a really awesome it was on the Gaia Network. It was a full series called The Sounds of Creation. And it's something that I saw that during my research that I found that was like, it explains the whole thing, right? So if you really are curious about sound healing, I highly recommend looking up The Sounds of Creation, because it basically talks about how in the beginning there was the word, and that everything that we know and see and feel was essentially spoken into existence, and that those frequencies run through every living thing. And so when you're able to get yourself into alignment energetically, which I'm able to help people do, then we are walking magnets. We produce a torus field, our auras, as most people would know that as, and those go out about 6 meters. And so when your energetic field is proper, the torus field, you're basically a human magnet for your desires, for the things that your manifestations, your prayers, as well as your overall health and wellness, because they say that all disease starts off in the body as diseased, and that's an energetic expression in the physical way. And so if we're able to help people move that energy and clear that energy before it has an opportunity to fester physically and turn into disease, then we can actually truly help people heal and stay vibrant and healthy moving forward. And so I get an opportunity to, I've been talking the talk, I feel like, for a few years now, but I'd say for the last year, we've really been walking the walk, in the sense of actually getting out there and offering these treatments and being able to work with people one-on-one and actually see the healing happen in real time. And so that's part of what I'm doing, is trying to document as much of that as possible to help people, again, feel more comfortable with it. And then ideally will be, the goal is to touch many lives throughout the world. And so we're already well on our way on that mission. Yeah, that's about the gist I can give you. I'll give you a little sample here of one of the root chakra bowl. This is the one that I usually play for these types of things, and I'll work my way up through the energy centers so we can kind of push the energy from below up and out.
And actually, I'm not able to hear anything right now. You might have, it's not picking up the sound. I know on your device, it may be set up right now for noise canceling. So you
Okay,
might have
let me
to.
check. This is my first Zoom call here, so give me one moment and see. I tested it on my phone beforehand. How do we get into the settings here?
So there should be a somewhere in there with the audio settings, just to make sure it's for set up for music to be able to come through for musicians, I think is how it's. Let me check on mine here. Yeah, original sound for musicians. If you can find that setting, then we'll be able to hear you.
Okay. All right, I am looking here. Hopefully I don't.
All good.
But I might have to jump off and jump back on because it's not up. Hold on, there we go. Video filters, backgrounds, avatars. No, that's all visual. Hey, it is 1:11 though. Let's give a shout out to that. Good timing. Yeah, I'm not seeing that here through my phone option. So why don't we switch back to Marianne real quick? I'll jump off, see if I
Okay.
can change that because obviously I want you guys to be able to hear this, and I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good. Thank
Thanks
you.
so much. Welcome.
So with Marianne, I wondered, do you want this to be a good time for us to do read the chapter in the book? Would you like to do the video first, or should we begin with the reading? Oh, and you're muted right now.
Please do the video first.
Video? Okay. Give me
So
just a second
Donna
here.
can understand who we are and what I've been talking about.
And here we go.
Oh, and Cynthia's here. Aloha! Cynthia's here also. Welcome.
What if you could help save the ocean just by listening to a story? Set sail with underwater acts of kindness. Join Noah, the hard-of-hearing humpback whale, and his marine friends as they take on the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. On their journey between Hawaii and California, they discover an enormous pile of plastic, but with teamwork and courage, they plan to clean it up. With the guidance of General of the New Earth Army, they rally ocean creatures and you to help restore our seas. Now available on Amazon Audible, listen as author Marianne of Waikiki narrates this inspiring adventure, featuring mesmerizing music by Lucy and the Perfect Wave and Nick's guitar, echoing the sounds of whales and dolphins. This book is dedicated to Boy and Slat, founder of The Ocean Cleanup, making waves for a cleaner future. Sing along with Noah's song and dive into a world of peace, love, happiness, and thanks. After reading, visit the Acts of Kindness series YouTube channel for more adventures. Learn the ASL ABCS with Dr. Fingers, the fingerspelling hermit crab on YouTube, kids. Get coloring books now at www.actsofkindnessseries.com and Amazon. Plus, grab your New Earth Army t-shirt and pledge to protect our planet. Underwater Acts of Kindness by Marianne of Waikiki. Available now on Amazon, Audible, and actsofkindnessseries.com.
Thank you, Sue.
Excellent.
So we're ready to read the book from
Absolutely.
Underwater Acts of Kindness.
So we have the chapter 6, Healing Vibes, featuring Noah and Flip Flop, the Aloha Service Dolphins. So I'll give a quick little view of that. Rise and shine. The reef triggerfish nurse dances in front of Noah and Splash, tickling their noses with his feathery fin. Groaning and stretching, they slowly open their crusty eyes. Hope you don't mind if we poke around here a bit, he says. We need to get a blood sample. Before he knows it, Norma the needlefish quickly pokes Noah and takes a sample. See, painless, yes? She winks and smiles at him, then places her vial in her white lab coat and whisks away. Timothy the jellyfish appears next with his floating pharmacy. He had arrived to deliver a large dose of iodine to both of them. Top of the morning to you. This iodine is made from the finest kelp available, he boasts. You will each need 2 doses every day to recover your strength. Noah and Splash gulp down the large green pills. Flip and Flop glide in for a visit. Hey guys, how's it going? Flop asks. Noah had a horrible headache most of the night. I stayed up trying to comfort him, Splash tells the dolphins. We found Marianne of Waikiki, says Flip. She sailed by this morning and dropped off this gift for you. Flip points to a beautiful treasure chest glistening in the white sand. It's a therapeutic medicine chest filled with all kinds of healing goodies. The dolphins open the lid and eagerly unload its contents. Flip presents a Vibes Up Healing Eye Mask and places it on Noah's brow. This mask is filled with precious gemstones to help calm and balance Noah. It will eliminate the tension in his head, he explains. Next, Flop delivers a set of wristbands, placing one on each of Noah's fins. These will help him keep his balance when swimming. Then Flip unrolls a bright green yoga mat, and when he's ready, Noah can use this too. Thank you, boys. Noah begins his rehabilitation therapy today. Please let Marianne know we are extremely grateful, says Splash. Everyone is talking about the accident, Flip adds. It's all over the news. They should also be reporting on this hospital, says Splash. Have you seen what's going on here? Hundreds of sea creatures need our help. Flip and Flop peer into the ship's portholes, surprised by what they see. They swim inside to say hello and to bring the patients good cheer. Dr. Fingers soon arrives with 2 beautiful colleagues, an angelfish and a nautilus. I'd like to introduce you to your speech pathologist, Dr. Angelina Joyful Lee, and her assistant, Dr. Natalie Nautilus, the audiologist, he says. Using her long and tender tentacles, Dr. Natalie performs a quick examination of Noah's inner ears. Then she then glides away to bring her lab to review her findings. Dr. Joyful Lee will spend the rest of the morning with you, teaching you how to communicate in sign language, says Dr. Fingers. Despite her odd yellow spectacles and black lab coat, Dr. Angelina Joyful Lee is one glamorous angelfish. Noah's heart begins to beat wildly. Doctor, maybe you should check Noah's pulse, Splash teases. No need. She has this effect on everyone. I will leave you in her good hands, Dr. Fingers says as he floats off to attend to his other patients. As Dr. Angelina Joyful Lee begins the curriculum, a large school of silver sardines appears. Ah, my lovelies have arrived. The school of Gilliudet. In a dazzling display of aquatic synchronization, Dr. Joyful Lee recites the alphabet in sign language, A, B, C, while the fish swim in formation, creating the letters. For fun, they spell A, B, and then SEA for C. After observing them for some time, Noah begins to grasp and understand sign language, and he learns how to deliver his first sentence. I love you, he enthusiastically signs to Splash. I love you, she signs back. Thank you, signs Noah. You're welcome, Splash replies. Very good indeed. Dr. Joyful Lee is elated with their progress. Please continue to practice over the course of the day, she tells them. Doctor, will Noah ever regain his hearing and his speech abilities? Splash asks. There is always potential for a full recovery, she explains. For now, you must learn as many words as possible. It will help the process. Before she leaves, Noah urgently wishes to communicate something important to Dr. Joyful Lee. Are you telling me you're sad? She asks. Noah confirms with a nod. Of course, you've been through a terrible accident, she signs back to him. To clarify what he means, Noah points to the hospital and to the patients inside. I'm sad for them, he explains. Oh, indeed, we are all very upset about the growing number of patients, she responds. What's the matter? Why are there so many of them? Splash asks. It's becoming almost unmanageable. More and more are migrating here every day. Our staff simply can't keep up, Dr. Joyfully explains. Timothy the jellyfish, with his floating pharmacy, has been moonlighting and working overtime to harvest as much kelp as he can. But it's the pollution, and so many of our patients are running high fevers due to the rise in ocean temperatures. Using his new but limited sign language skills, Noah replies, flip and flop, find King Octo and Raymer, build water tanks. Dr. Joyfully does not understand, but Splash comprehends what Noah is saying. He is suggesting that our friends build their clean water aquariums for the patients, she explains to the doctor. Splash turns to Noah and says, it's a brilliant idea. I'll find Flip and Flop and ask for their help. Upon hearing the idea, the dolphins agree to set off at once to the big island to find King Octo and Raymer to summon their help. And that is the end of chapter 6. And this again is from Underwater Acts of Kindness. And it's wonderful. There's so many wonderful things in this book. And this is just one of 4 books that Marianne has written.
So thank you. So I want to correct you.
Oh, yes.
So we have some jokes with the names, as you know, in all the books with the songs, right? Age of Aquariums. Age of Aquariums. Well, the book is written for the Animal Planet TV show Tank Guys, where they build aquariums in Las Vegas. They had a TV show. And so those are their names. But Dr. Angelina Joyful, and then it's Lay, as in a Hawaii lay.
Joyful Lay. Got it.
Get it?
Thank you.
It's a fun name, okay? Joyful Lay.
I love it.
But you know who the actress is? The actress is Angelina Jolie, right? And she's beautiful and sexy. So Noah, the whale, blushes when he sees her because she's so beautiful. That's the idea. So
excellent.
Yeah, so we're going to have some music now that BWilly will show us. And I don't know if Cynthia will be able to hear it, but he does crystal bowls and the frequencies, so maybe you can feel the vibration with his music.
Well, and just before we, I want to make sure we can hear you. And Donna, I know you've been here since the beginning. You can stay as long as you like, but whenever you need to go, it's all good too. I really appreciate you being here. It's been an absolute blessing to have you with us.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, can you hear it?
That I can hear now. Yes.
So, Cynthia, can you hear it?
Y'all let me know how that sound's coming through the phone.
It's coming through now, yes.
Through? Okay, perfect. My phone gave me a little weird message that I wasn't sure, but I think we got it. So I'll just run you guys through a quick chakra rebalancing then.
Cynthia, maybe you can't hear it, but your body will feel it, the healing.
And that you can kind of hear the different tones between the crystal bowls and the Tibetan bowls. What I like about my Tibetan bowls too is in each one it has that might make it hard, but basically the chakra symbol that the bowl represents as well. Very beautiful. Yeah, one of the things I love about sound healing is it looks just as cool as it sounds, you know? And this is my Native American wind flute, Borealis. It's like I hope you guys all enjoyed that.
That's beautiful. Yes.
All right. Just a few of my instruments. So if we do decide to do something again in the future, I have other instruments I can kind of showcase and tell your listeners about what they are and what they can do for them energetically as well.
I love that. This is information and pieces that I've heard about, but I don't know anything about. So I appreciate you being here and being able to teach us what this all means, how to use it, and I feel like we're just scratching the surface here.
We are. I mean, we barely touched the tip of the iceberg, but also like understanding your mission and your demographic. Like I already know that there could be a lot of benefit for your listeners as well. If you guys are willing to do some work together on that, I'd love to do more to help people better understand and also share my frequencies. Thank you.
I love it. I appreciate that very much. And I know I've got Dr. Caryn joining us as well. I'm going to pop her in here. And so Cynthia, I know, has already been on the screen. Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, Cynthia? And then we'll have Dr. Caryn introduce herself as well. So Cynthia, do you want to say hello?
Sound back on. Thank you so much. I did hear some of the lower tones, so I just can't hear the high. So that's why I'm able to hear voices because they're low. Well, thank you for sharing that music too. Four Leg is a purpose-driven treat company, and at Four Legs, we believe every pet deserves wholesome, healthy treat, and every person deserves a chance to shine. I was born deaf, and Four Legs was inspired by my hearing dog, Odie, who was allergic to everything. So he has so many sensitivities. I couldn't find any true natural limited ingredient options on the market. So we decided to make treat that is 100% USDA organic, human grade, non-GMO, things like that, without the wheat, the soy, or the corn. And we are out of Washington State, so we're not that far from you in Oregon. BWilly is more than just a treat company. We have a mission, and we support animal rescue, promote inclusion for the various disability, immigrant, any group that need help. We are there for them, and we provide opportunity for each of these individuals as well. Our small business thrives on heart, community, and passion, and making tail wag. When you buy or even support four-leg treat, you're not just supporting a healthy lifestyle for your pet, but you're standing behind a brand that believes in compassion, equality, and giving back. Every support helps us keep going and grow our impact. Remind the world that a little kindness can go a long way. So thank you for joining on our journey, and proudly wear our message, because Four Legs is live big with everything we do.
I love it. So, our website
Thank
again,
you.
4legs, so the number 4, legz.com. So go check it out. And they also have apparel. There's shirts, some of the
Yeah.
cutest I've seen. So go check that out and support her mission. It's amazing. It's perfect. So thank you so much, Cynthia, for being here. And Dr. Caryn, I want to go ahead and bring you in to introduce yourself as well, because you fit perfectly in what's going on here today. Well, go ahead and
I wanted
I
to share
didn't-
one. Oh,
Yeah, I do. Thank you, Sue. I didn't even know what the topic was today, so I'm thrilled to be here. First of all, BWilly, thank you so much. My chakras really needed to be balanced today. I have had one heck of a week. So thank you so much for that. It was truly a gift. So I am Caryn Willens. I have a PhD in natural health, and I work holistically. So I work with energy. All right. So I totally understand frequency and vibrational energy. I work with nutrition, and I do many of the same things that Cynthia does as far as non-GMO, organic, whole foods. So things that help support the body. And yes, I have worked with animals. Animals have energy vibration too. And so it's very important that they get attended to with the vibrational energy. So that's actually part of what I do holistically, believe it or not. I work a lot with emotions, because emotions are where all disorders and all diseases start. It starts in the brain, okay? And so I take that into consideration when I work with clients. I used to work with clients one-on-one, and as COVID was hitting all of us, of course, that affected my my working with clients. And then everybody rushed to come back to me for about 3 months, and then it died off. And I said, okay, I've got to do things differently. So what I have done is I've transformed what I'm doing into working remotely, because I want to reach more people. And this was all part of what was going on. I wanted to do this before COVID. COVID just gave me the opportunity. So having a positive mindset and looking at each challenge as an opportunity to learn is one of the best things we can do for ourselves. So that's my tip for today. Sue, I always give tips. I missed exercising today. I'm affiliated with an international company, and they have organics. It's a total wellness company, and they introduced a new product today. So I wanted to be on that, and so I could only be at one place at a time. But so I work with them, and they provide basics like healthy water. Okay, it's not the water they provide. it's a water filtration system that's eco-friendly. So, Marianne, when you're talking about the oceans, the company is very mindful of that. Okay, so that people are not using all the plastics and the plastics ending up in the ocean. And I love that because it marries us with the vibrational energy of our environment. And so that's how I bring this all together and work holistically with my clients. And so you probably want me to introduce my calendar. I have a 366-day calendar, okay? It provides you with prompts that are introspective. So a lot of people like to go on retreats, but number one, lately we don't have the time. Number two, they're costly and people are looking to save money. Okay. So I created a self-care calendar that has prompts for every day of the year, including leap year, so that they can actually do that introspective work, that personal development at home in the confines of their own home.
And if you have a moment and are able to pop the link into the chat here for us so we can share that out, that would be amazing.
Absolutely. That means I have to get out of my comfy spot where it's nice and warm.
Sorry. Yeah, she's in the Midwest here, but she's actually very close to us in the Milwaukee area, and it's cold here right now. It's kind of ridiculous, but we're here, right?
And
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of to share to back up in regards to hearing loss. Okay, so Cynthia talked about she could hear the lower frequencies. Okay, so what I've learned too is, on an audiogram, we have the low frequencies, then we have the high frequencies, the 4K spike, okay? And that's for noise and noise induced, all that, drummers, musicians, military, gunfire, all that blows out the 4K spike. That's where people mostly get the hearing aids and then they can't hear. But when we're talking about lower frequencies, men's voices are at a lower level, okay? And that's why it's easier to hear men's voices than women's voices. So when she was talking about the lower frequencies in the bowls, that made sense to me also. And so I'm sharing that. So when people talk about, they can't hear their wives or they're not really listening, well, it's really truthful. And I told that to Kurt too, so don't let him get away with it. But it's a higher frequency where women's voices are. So it all varies. And people can have like a mixed hearing loss. They can have both different frequencies, both different ears. One could have better hearing, less hearing, both hearings. Hearing aids are just like eyeglasses, okay? You don't use somebody else's hearing aids, okay? Because they're prescriptions, okay? They're for each ear and they change over the years and stuff like that. And so, it changes all the time. So I wanted to share that with you. I had a friend in Hawaii who, Jim, he was in his 70s and kept telling him but he sat at home. Okay, I was with him, I swam, he was active. But yeah, I'm in a quiet environment and I choose it to be quiet. But Byron's been over here and all that, but the noise out there we got to deal with. But when he was home, they turn up the TV volume, right? People turn up the TV to your level. Same thing on my iPhone. And so when you turn it up, then the words of people talking get distorted, right? Because there's more music combination and all that. Well, anyway, he had a friend that was in the military, the submariner, who gave him hearing aids, and he started wearing them. And I was all upset with him because you don't use somebody else's hearing aids. Okay, even though they work, maybe it was a trial, we practice with it, but you need to go and get your hearing tested to have each one's fitted for you for each ear. And so it really bothered me, but I was happy that he was using them, and because he was doing more damage by using it. Now, can you imagine somebody in the military? They lost some power there, okay? He was a submariner, explosives. So his hearing aids had to be probably very powerful. And you're putting it on somebody, and he was in his 80s and then he finally got his own. But they're the same thing as glasses. You don't put on, somebody else's glasses, and your hearing can change. And it can be the weather. Okay. I started to get a little bit of a headache and migraine, and I just want to just check out for a little bit. I think all of us do too, and just overcoming that. And so I just wanted to share that with you. So the lower frequencies, good. I'm happy that you could hear that, Cynthia, and the vibration. But can you feel the tingling in your arms? All of you feeling it through the TV, the Zoom? Can you feel the healing? Okay.
Yeah, I have the bass bigger, so vibrates on my desk, and then I have my leg on the desk, so I can feel it underneath it, and so it really resonates. So it feels good. So
Yeah,
I'm
it's
Something
a
I'm
healing today. So thank you so much, BWilly. Yeah, it does. It's going to be, yeah. And we're going on the World of Ability Network, and we're on the Marc TV. So this goes to 220 networks around the world. So amazing, powerful healing that we're doing for the earth, the planet, and, our sea creatures, our animals too. Our animals need a healing too. So they can feel it too as well.
It's really neat, actually. So the last 2 weeks I started Sound Healing Sundays down here in San Carlos, where I'm going out on the beach and offering a sound bath, and people can come as they are. It's a donation-based event. But both times, the first Sunday, the dolphins did come up. They were about probably 20 yards off the shore, a pod of 3 dolphins.
Wow.
And we're hanging out right where we were doing the sound bath. And then last week, pretty much every bird that was in the bay flocked directly in front of where we were doing the sound bath. And, again, as a content creator, I'm grateful I get an opportunity to capture some of these moments. So if you're interested in seeing that, those are available on my social medias as well. But those is what I call, reassurance from our creator, that, it's, and like she said, it's not just for the people, it's for the planet, it's for the pets, it's for, as I call them, the critters, and Mother Gaia herself. Most importantly, we're doing a lot of very important energy work to help heal the planet, and that's vital. And then the last part I was going to say too, in touch of the lower frequencies, is again, being a music producer, I have an opportunity to use some different spectral frequency analysis tools that aren't available to everyone. And so, when I play one of my singing bowls, there's a foundational tone that you hear, which is that deeper resonant, but then there's overtones and undertones, and those are all at different frequencies. And so right now I'm in the process of actually mapping out each of my different, acoustic instruments and what frequencies they produce, so I can better integrate them into one-on-one frequency healing tracks for people. But I'm excited because that's after we're done with this today, that's what I'm jumping into. And just to have the time here to focus on those types of projects, you kind of have to step out of the rat race that we have to run back home in order to actually even focus on those types of things. So I'm just, again, very grateful to be here.
And I also wanted to share, I also learned too somewhere, I don't know where, but bass music, bass actually helps with bones, healing bones. So in hospitals, they should be playing solfeggio frequencies 24/7 days a week. And it helps with healing. And even during COVID, when we were all on Zoom and lockdown, I talked about social spatial distancing and solfeggio frequencies, that they should be playing it all over in taxi cabs, buses, hospitals, Walmart, 24/7, to raise the vibration and elevate it, and to protect from disease and viruses too. There's a rid virus frequency also. And there's ones fungal and all those different things, and they're on solfeggio frequencies.
Well, if you want an interesting rabbit hole, is the fact that back in the day, there used to be church bells in almost every town, right? That you would go to, and the town would play the church bells, and the church bells would put out healing frequencies frequencies. And so communities were a lot healthier and happier. And there was literally a, whatever you want to call it, the powers that be to get rid of all the bells, right? And so that's another thing. If you want to fin rabbit hole, Google, why did they get rid of all the bells, right? It'll give you a little bit of insight into that, because again, it is powerful medicine. Unfortunately, not everyone out there wants us to be healthy, happy, whole, humans walking around. So, but again, we can bring the frequencies here now, and I'm really happy to be here to be able to offer that to you guys. So.
Caryn, did you have something to add to that?
I was just going to say, I totally agree with what Marianne was saying. The vibrations are even healthy for plants. So if you have a house plant that's not doing as well as you'd like, change the vibration.
Yeah. And they have Solfeggio has music for plants. And Byron, when we were sitting at the table when you were playing, I was talking to my friends and I was telling them, with my deaf friend Scott, I contacted him because I saw people talking to trees and they were saying, and they can hear you, okay? Trees can hear us, all right? And so they told the leaf to go touch my shoulder, and the tree, and we watched it. And then I went out there. It didn't work for me, but I'm like, well, we'll try again somewhere. And I was also talking about that, I miss Hawaii because I got to go to the lagoons at Disney. Now it can be anywhere, okay? But we would swim, and to sit on the grass, your feet, okay? And your feet can absorb the earth and the tree roots, and that's all energy channeling up. So go hug a tree. So that's really good for tree huggers.
That's actually a science. Did you know that, Marianne? It started around 2000. It's called grounding or earthing. And there are grounding mats that people can get. There are other grounding products. I was just sitting with my grounding mat. Okay, yeah. So you can, and it's really good, for like Sue and I, where we live in these wild climates, because we aren't going outside and putting our feet in the grass. Okay, we can't even find the grass. So the grounding mat takes the place of us putting our feet on the ground, and it's really that's very grounding itself, very balancing. So it provides the same energy that Marianne is talking about. It's like hugging a tree inside your house or your apartment.
Yeah, and also, so I was introduced, and I told BWilly that in San Francisco, before I went to Hawaii, I met Caitlin Kite, and she has a company called Vibes Up Therapy Products. And I have an eye mask, okay? And I also had shoes, okay? And she has all those mats with gemstones in them. And I showed him that. And so that is part of the book that I included that we throw to Noah when he has the cut from the accident and for healing. And I sleep with it. And the creativity is, wow, like just really touching my pineal gland, and the creativity was there. Now it slowed down, which is good, because the 4 books are finished for me, so I can relax and not create and write and position the puppets in sign language and all. It was creative fun. So now and now we're trying to get it out there and all that, and using the frequencies to attract money. Okay. And money can come in different ways. Okay. And during the pandemic, I played it. I had to get off of the boat, and I had to get into a room with shared people, and I played it, and people lost their jobs. But I played the money frequency, and another person, guess what, got a job cleaning a boat. So, and they're thinking, oh my, we're all, we're just keeping the vibes up because we lost it, right? Same thing here. I'm not a millionaire, and I can become a millionaire with all these new products and new ways to promote my book. Okay, great. But anyway, so I still play it. Okay. And so the universe, we had people staying next door, and he was working on some movies, and they left me a bunch of products, for spirits and drinking and food and all that. So that was around $50. So that was just money given to me, right? Unexpectedly. So thinking that way, right? It's not in a check that they just gave me money. It was food, drink, toilet paper, all these different things that if I went to the store would have cost me $50,
Yeah.
right? So it shows up in different ways. You'd be
Yeah.
surprised. And I told Brennan too, I was focusing on this picture here in San Carlos. I don't know many people here, and it was a purple with an eye, a painting, and I'll show you. And it was like to rid bad karma. You got social media, you got hater people. I don't engage. I don't need to. I'm focused on my life. I don't read comments or try not to. And anyway, all of a sudden this picture was outside by my garbage can. Now, where did it come from? How did the universe just put it there? And it looks like it. So I gifted it to Maru, who does the hair and nails, and I go over there and I offer Reiki and I put it in her healing room. So I shifted that energy. I don't want to say regifted, not that say it's not in my space. And I gifted BWilly. I gave him a bell. My friend, she left and we had it, and he had a bell. So now he has the two bells. So I know where it is. So I'm just changing the energy that he has it. And I know I'm going to get it somehow back. Or a high five. And I gave him a piano also. So because I can't with my wrist, and I was going to try to learn piano. So we got some good things that are happening, and it was good intention that I was going to use it or whatever. And anyway, it's in his hands now. So we'll see what happens. And I introduced him to the kids program over here at the thrift store. So we got good things that are going to be happening in the next couple of months. Very exciting.
Yeah. And yeah, and that's if any of your watchers or viewers are have any specific questions about frequencies, or if they're dealing with any ailments that they're looking to maybe get some assistance on, let the moderators know in the chat, and then we can communicate, and hopefully next time I can come back and offer some more specifics for what they're dealing with.
Exciting. And I
Yeah.
wanted to say, go ahead.
Oh, and we'll get you a logo around so we know where to contact you with your phone number and how to contact you on your website.
Wonderful. Yeah. You
And
mentioned sharing in the chat or something. I don't see a chat. Oh, there we go. Chat on my
Okay, there we
screen.
go.
I'll put my link tree here now for people so they can at least see that. And then,
But I
yes,
also-
of course, we'll
Okay, but I also want to share with you too, because we talk about veterans here, support, and we have millions of moms and dads coming home from being of service who can't hear their own children or grandchildren, and ringing in the ears, tinnitus, and veterans, they can get benefits for their hearing loss and masking it, and through chiropractic treatment, upper cervical. I haven't had vertigo episodes in 3 years now because we focused on upper cervical, and insurance paid for that. And that's what I was talking with my insurance, United Health, to pay to be reimbursed. So, and being aligned too, making sure you're aligned because we get misplaced energy and we get stuck. And yeah. And so it's all good healing stuff. And Sue, you talk about your project Die Hard. You want to explain a little bit more to BWilly, and maybe he can help do with some therapy work with the other people here. And Jay Stoyan, we give him a thank you. He's the founder of the Disability Channel in Canada, and he supports people with disabilities and finding work, and the veterans. And Zach Clayton also supports business owners. So Cynthia, we want to set you up with him, and we can set you up, BWilly too, to get your, your businesses names out there on these websites. And Santa Papa John VIP every second Monday. We got so many ways for you guys to show your businesses.
Awesome. Yeah, there's so many ways to connect there. And actually I do have all your websites in the background here. I was going to go ahead and share those on here so everybody can actually see what that looks like. Just real quickly, what Project Die Hard is. I'm an ambassador with Project Die Hard. It's all about preventing veteran suicide, giving hope to our veterans, because it is such a horrible thing going on out there. More than half of the suicides that take place are veterans, which is so out of whack with how many veterans we actually have. They comprise less than 10% of our population, but they're more than half of our suicides. How can that be? Well, there's a problem, and we're here to help. So that's something. ProjectDieHard.org is the website. Go find out more there, or reach out to me directly. I have an email address through them, is susan@projectdiehard.org. Feel free to go ahead and learn more, because we also do a podcast for them every Monday night. We do Project Die Hard Mission Monday Update, and that is where you can find out what's going on in the world of Project Die Hard. And also we bring in guests that can help, can make a difference as well. So if you're interested in learning more about that, let's continue that conversation. But I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so everybody can get a bit more about what's all happening from you guys. So first up here, I have what you just shared here with the link tree. And let's see, I got to rearrange my screen a little bit so I can see it all. But can you guys actually see at the top as well with the website itself? Is that showing up on your screen?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So you can see at the top there, so this is the link tree for BWilly the Healer, and you can see there's so many resources here, so many ways to connect. So that is something that I want to make sure everybody has. Oh, I love this. You got a lot on here. So please connect, Linktree, and then it's BWilly Sound Healing. Next up, we have Acts of Kindness series. Is that on your screen now?
Yeah.
Make sure you guys can all see what I'm looking at. So we've got actsofkindnessseries.com, and that's where we've got all the things with what Marianne is doing can be found here. Next is fourlegs.com. Again, it's the number 4, LEGZ.com. And this is with what Cynthia was talking about. This is hers. This is all the wonderful treats that they have for our pets. And I'm going to pop over here to merchandise as well, because there's lots of different things on here. And I was looking at the dog lover t-shirts before, and that's where I was like, oh my gosh, so many good things here. Don't tell me what to do. You're not my dog. Dogs over people. The dog father. Oh my gosh. There's so many cute ones here. I'm just
now, don't forget, we are also in Mexico, so we are also learning Spanish words. So cat is gato, and the dogs are perro. Okay. So excellent. I see your cat. Cynthia, what's your cat's name? What's the name of the cat?
This is Bigfoot. He's got extra toad on his. We rescued him, and we rescued all of our pets, by the way. So, but he had extra. I don't know if you can see him.
Yeah, I'll stop sharing my screen for just a moment. I'll come back to that.
Toad there.
Oh yeah.
So,
almost like having a thumb.
He's a big boy. We got him when he was about, we think maybe 5-6 weeks. We were his foster parent. We foster cat, and we kept 3 different ones. So, but we're done with the fostering because my husband said he can't give him up, and I totally agree.
It's kind of fun.
Fostering for now. So
my parents had cats that had the extra toe as well, and they had a couple of them, and oh my gosh, it was so unique, but so cool. They were the best cats. Just love them.
Yeah. We just have to be careful because he sometimes gets stuck and he can't release. So we got to make sure it
Mhm.
doesn't fall. So we got to be more precautious.
Gotcha. Well, and I've got one more screen up here. This is the Living Empowered Calendar by Dr. Caryn. So again, that website is up at the top. I'll include the link in the show description as well. But I love this. Transforming stress into strength, one small moment at a time. So this is definitely worth your time to take a look and see this. So there's the themes and daily guided pages, monthly reflections. So again, it's all good stuff that you guys are all sharing here, and I'm so grateful for what you each have been sharing with us. Ooh, actually, I've got one more fun thing that I should share as well, because we were talking briefly there that there's a place where Caryn's been sharing tips with us, and that's during the shakedown. We do the 12 o'clock shakedown every day. 15 minutes of music in motion, and it's at noon Central, 12 o'clock for our time. And you can see there's the Facebook group there. You can join us on there. If you can't do it right at that time when we're live, you can always come back and look that up and do it when it works best for you. But that is something that we do literally every day. So with that, we at the end we share all the highlights of what kind of fun things to celebrate each day. And Kurt has been getting into AI a little bit and creating a way for us to enjoy the things to celebrate. So this is actually today what things you can enjoy. And it's quite the list, and AI is doing a good job of keeping it fun. So you can see on there today's holidays: National Just Do It Day, Beer Can Appreciation Day, Belly Laugh Day, Change a Pet's Life Day. Oh my gosh, that rings here. International Day of Education. I mean, really all sorts of fun things. National Compliment Day. We also celebrate birthdays and this day in history. And I got to give a special shout out. Today we have a birthday from one of our favorites that has been joining us for a long, long time on the Shakedown. It is Carla's birthday, so happy birthday to Carla. Grateful that she joins us all the time on the Shakedown. And one last one to share, Festivus. Festivus for the rest of us. If you've known us for any length of time, you know that we do a fun weekend event. It's always the first full weekend in February, and it's coming up pretty quick. We're only 2 weeks away, less than 2 weeks now, and is our 29th annual Festivus. So it'll be from the 6th through the 8th. If you can see, there's a website on there for more details, and it's the Zoom link that we're on right now is the same Zoom link for that entire weekend. We will be on all weekend long. This show will take place in the midst of all the activities going on, but it really is just a reason to get together and have fun. Who doesn't need that? So I want to make sure everybody knows about that as well. So all sorts of great things taking place here with World of Ability all the time. I'm going to give you guys just a brief moment. I know I've already pushed the clock. We're past 3 my time already, but if you guys want to share a final thought as we're closing up today, BWilly the Healer, as your first time with us, I'm going to go ahead and give it to you first to share a final thought with everyone.
Well, again, I love the show. I love the format. I love all your guests that you had on. I think you're doing great work here. Your 15 minutes of movement and dancing and high vibe music sounds like something I'd love to be a part of too. I already have a number of tracks that I've created that I think would fit that model really well, and they all have healing frequencies woven into them. But I like to make music that's fun and high vibrational as well. So I'd love to talk to you more about that. I'm just really happy to have met you all today. Thank you all for your time.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here with us. And yeah, we need to talk. I like that a lot. Dr. Caryn, I'll pass it to you next for a final thought.
Okay, since I missed my tip of the day earlier, I'll give it now. So we are in very cold weather here, as Sue mentioned. So one of the ways to warm yourself up besides tea or soup is to make a food with cinnamon and cloves. They are warming spices, and they will help increase your circulation and you'll stay warmer.
Ooh, excellent. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. And Cynthia, I'll pass it to you next for final thought.
Yeah, they say just knock out all the noise around you and just treat people with kindness and move on from there. So
Excellent. I love that. Thank you so much. Marianne, over to you.
But I just want to thank you so much. This was all a divine intervention, especially with my book club and the chapter name Healing Vibes and bringing us all in together. And I want to thank BWilly because he made the comment to me that I was a earth angel. So look it, I'm on the planet here and the world of ability, and I get to share the good news, and all of you are its messenger. So go out and play is our tagline. Aloha, I'm Marianne of Waikiki.
Awesome. Thank you so much. What an amazing group we've had here together today. Truly, world of ability and bringing it all together. You guys are amazing. And for all of us here with the World